Okay.
Turn off all the things.
Okay, we are live and streaming. And I'm gonna see if the bot works.
Okay.
Fancy bot.
Yep. I don't think so. Shit. So I programmed a bot
I can hear people talking.
on YouTube. And I'm gonna see if the bot works.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good. Hold on. There we are. Hello.
Hello.
Hello and welcome to AnthSOLOgy, the first episode 1, where we are going to talk about what it's like to be suddenly a solo performer, because when life hands you pestilence, suddenly you're not in a band anymore.
You make pesto.
You make pesto out of pestilence. So we're starting this new concert series with these 3 brave folks who are suddenly soloists. Suddenly soloists are seated before me. And they're going to do some songs. We're going to talk about life when they're in bands and other things. I'm your host, Dr. Jessica HEBERT of the PDX Broadsides. And I'm going to let each one of our participants introduce themselves. Sunnie.
Hello, I am Sunnie Larsen. I am 1/4 of the duo Vixy and Tony, and I also play with Menage Trio and Bone Pose Orchestra. I have done a lot of playing with various bands over the years, and I just started doing more solo stuff. I released my first album, which is called The Space Between Notes,
It's so good.
last July, and you can find it on Spotify or on Bandcamp. Not CD Baby anymore because they're not selling CDs, so boo. But you can get it on Bandcamp if you want a signed one. Yeah, and I'm going to actually, my main instrument is the violin, but I'm actually going to play the ukulele today, so this is very exciting for me.
Ooh.
Well, I want to hear more about your ukulele in a minute, because I know it's very special to you. Carrie Ann.
Hello.
Hello. Do you want to tell the audience a little bit about who you are?
No, go on to Christian.
Okay.
No.
I'll tell you about Carrie Ann.
Okay.
Sure.
I don't know if I want that.
Christian
She's a
Lipski.
space explorer, and she wears very, very big hats.
I'm keeping
And she flies.
I'm keeping score over here, you guys, and Carrie just lost points. So if you want Carrie to gain points, you should tip.
Wait, there are points?
And put Carrie in the message line, so we know that you're trying to buy
No,
the
there
points
were
back.
points.
You never do. You never do.
So Christian, introduce yourself, please.
Hello, I'm Christian Lipski. I am 1/3 of the PDX Broadsides. I've been playing music in bands. In LA, I was in a band called Simple World, and Army Street, and Luscious Bones, and free burgers for Charlie, and no, I'm in a long distance band with my friend John from Baltimore called EXPO. You can find us on Bandcamp, expo.bandcamp.com. I've also done some solo stuff, which you can find in my link, which is astoriahotel.bandcamp.com, but also PDX Broadsides. Hooray!
Yay!
Yay!
I've heard that they're all right. They're pretty good. Carrie, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Carrie Ann Farrell from Chicago.
Hello.
Please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Carrie from Chicago. I'm holding a guitar, so it's going to be weird that I say that mostly what I do is play trombone in Clamor and Lace Noise Brigade, which is a glam feminist street band in Chicago. But I also do play as a solo singer-songwriter. I harmonize with anyone who will have me, and I'm a member of a number of different virtual duos, including Danger Noodle, which will be releasing its first record sometime this year, and Frecklebomb and Your Stupid Minds, both of which already have records out. You can find those on Bandcamp.
Fabulous. Well, welcome everybody, and we may have just lost Sunnie.
What?
No.
Oh no, she's here.
Oh, there
Hi,
she is.
Susan.
No, your video disappeared on my end for a minute, but you're back.
Just keep behaving as though she were always here, because she's always with us.
This is
I'm
Never
always
mind.
in your heart, Christian.
Like Christmas.
This is our very first episode, so, sometimes things are going to happen. We'll try to avoid them. But with that being said, one of the charms of AnthSOLOgy is that there's a random order to songs. So you're not going to know what order people are going to be playing in. So if you're over in the chat right now, if you would shout out a number between 1 and 6, and whoever shouts that number the first, I have a list over here with numbers 1 through 6, and I'll tell you who's going to play the first song. So number 1 through 6.
Lordy.
Do it,
Go.
chat.
I suggest a number.
Yeah.
Do a number. Somebody.
The flaw in
do a
this plan
number.
is that the chat is delayed quite a bit from us talking.
That's okay. We're going to get there. This may have been a terrible...
We'll get there eventually.
It's okay. I'll have you choose a number next time. See? Part of the
Oh.
charm of this...
Oh dear.
Yeah. Yeah. No, part
So
of
much responsibility.
5. All right. We got a number 5. That means our very first soloist for our very first episode is Christian Lipski.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
I got to go first. Okay,
So-
cool. I have a song that I'm going to do. Okay. This song, I'm going to do songs, 2 songs that have not been recorded and have barely been heard by the Broadsides, if ever. So, why not?
You get to do one right now. And
I
then
will.
it's somebody else's turn. So do one.
I know.
Okay.
I know how it goes.
Do
Dang.
you?
Uh,
I don't know
no.
how it goes. It's episode 1.
All right. This song is called Sports Ball Champs. Are you ready, Sports Ball Champs? We're all on Team Broadsides. Who's gonna be the Sports Ball Champs? We are. Who's gonna run or kick or hit? We are. Who's gonna get a lot of scores in the gym or out of doors? Who's gonna be the Sports Ball Champs? We are. The Broadsides are up and they're ready to go. It's time to be part of the team. The referee yells and the game is afoot. Not literally, you know what I mean. The thrower steps up and rubs dirt on his hands and signals the ref for the puck. The clock is set back to whatever it was, and we slap our own bottoms for luck. Oh, who's gonna be the sports ball champs? We are. Who's gonna run or kick or hit? We are. Who's gonna get a lot of scores in the gym or out of doors? Who's gonna be the sports ball champs? We are. And there is the tip-off or snap or whatever. Our hearts are starting to race. The whistle is blown and the players all run, and we've got a first down at third base. The other team's trying to take all our points, but we have the drive and the grit. We know the terrain and some of the rules for getting a 7-10 split. Oh, who's gonna be the sports ball champs? We are. Who's gonna run or kick or hit? We are. Who's gonna get a lot of scores in the gym or out of doors? Who's gonna be the sports ball champs? We are. SPORTSBALLBROADSIDESB. Assertive, BE, assertive, BEASSERTIVE, yes! It's nap time or halftime, we can't tell which, but some of these fans are asleep. So that means that goals are twice as much and hot dogs are twice as cheap. Okay, so I guess that we're playing again, 'cause the wickets are up on the bails. And they're... Penalty, broadsides, offsides. Who's gonna be the sports ball champs? We are. Who's gonna run or kick or hit? We are. Who's gonna get a lot of scores in the gym or out of doors? Who's gonna be the sports ball champs? We are. The sudden appearance of everyone's mom has signaled the end of the game. So pick up your sticks and your boots and your hats, and somebody put out the flame. Now thank you for cheering and singing along, and now that the playing is done, the scoreboard says smile and enjoy what you do, so we think that means we all won. Oh, who's gonna be the sports ball champs? We are. Who's gonna run or kick or hit? We are. Who's gonna get a lot of scores in the gym or out of doors? Who's gonna be the sports ball champs? We are. Go team!
That was fabulous. Thank you, Christian.
Sports ball.
So, do you play any sports? What inspired you to write about sports ball?
Well, part of it is I downloaded the internet onto my computer, and everyone on the internet who doesn't like sports always makes fun of sports and calls it sports ball. It's one of the terms that I've muted on Twitter. And it's kind of, it's snarky and stuff, but I thought, it doesn't have to be. It could be, a sport. It could be all sports. It's sports ball. Go. It doesn't matter what you like. Just play it.
I like
so,
that you're inclusive of even 7-10 split bowling. Bowling is absolutely a sport.
Man, if you've ever gotten hurt after bowling, you will know it's a sport.
I'm told on the chat that my volume is really low. I think I just improved it, so let me know if that's too much. Thanks, everybody.
All right.
Feel free to ask questions in the chat of our performers at any time. And also, as you may have noticed, during Christian's song, we do have a Stream Elements bot running. And if you type in the Stream Elements box, if you're not sure who is playing today, if you type !who, it's going to tell you who is playing and how to find out more information about them. So it's !Sunnie or Christian or Carrie or Dr. Jess to learn more about us, and also links where you can find these songs online. Well, not these songs, but songs to support our guests. So it's kind of neat. And if you're looking to tip our guests today, there is a link down in the description. Feel free to hit that up. Nope, that's not the right link. So I can't paste it in the chat box, but I will. But you can find it in the description for today's event. And if you tip us, a little thing pops up on the screen and says your name, and it's kind of great. If you don't already subscribe, do, because there will be more of these. Christian, as the player of the last track, you get to choose a number between 1 and 6 that is not 5.
Dang it. 3.
3!
Let's keep it prime.
Keep it prime. Well, then we're going to go over to Sunnie Larsen.
Yay!
Sunnie Larsen is number 3. So,
Yay!
Sunnie, why don't you play us a song? Tell us a little bit about what you're playing and give us a ukulele tune.
Sure. I am going to play a song by the Waylon Jennings called Away But Never Gone. I've been playing ukulele casually for like 5 years, and I have been trying to learn this song ever since. And I finally have it down. I think I have it performable. So I've never ever played this for anybody but the people in my house. So this is an adventure for all of us, but it's going to be great. Okay. The moon's on its way to its nightly shift. The frogs fill the creek below. The tall grass waves a farewell to the day. The wind blows sweet and sings from sight, away but never gone. The dawn brings the dew like 1,000 jewels. The nest rustles high on a bough. Blue egg stays warm in the cool of the morn, under a red breath of dawn. The clouds turn and stretch, the moon checks its wrist, and gathers itself with a yawn, and winks to the sun, away but never and all o'er the world, as it turns and it turns, the stars twinkle off and on, and we come and go, away but never gone.
Yay!
Thank you.
Yeah, talk more about that song.
Oh, it's by Nikki Meda, one of the members of Waylon Jennings, and it's so sweet and quiet. And I think I finally broke down and bought the sheet music to learn it, but I tried for a long time to write it out myself. And I'm a violin player, so I don't understand this thing where you actually like tune the strings down from what their normal tuning is. So I had this like crazy like fingers all over the place. And when I got the music, you like tune the uke down a whole step.
That's amazing.
It works much better that way.
What's the name of the song?
Away but Never Gone.
Okay, thank you.
It's very sweet. Now, tell us a little bit about your ukulele.
Pretty. I think I've decided that her name is Melusine. This was made by Oceana Ukuleles, which is in Port Orchard, Washington, out on the coast. It was custom built for me by Zach Steinley, who is the owner of Oceana. I designed it all, chose all the different woods, the style, the really cool little sound port on the shoulders so I can hear it better. All of it, we went out to his studio and picked it. The face here is my favorite. This is an ancient Sitka spruce that was actually buried under the mud in Alaska for, he says, about 2,800 years. He had a stack of boards. He's made a bunch of instruments out of it. It has this really lovely resonance from the mineralization. I picked this up from him in February at Wintergrass, which was one of the last really big things I did before we all stayed at home for the rest of the ever.
Before the duration.
So, before the duration. Oh, my other favorite thing about it is it has a scalloped fretboard, just very light, but it makes it much smoother and easier for me, an individual who does not play with frets, to learn how to play it.
That's fantastic. And now you got that ukulele because of your Kickstarter, is that right?
Yes. Yeah, the down payment came out of my final stretch goal on my Kickstarter, which we hit in the last few hours. So all of my Kickstarter backers, thank you so much. I was able to save up the rest to pay for it after that, since I knew it was coming. But the down payment was was a huge help in getting me actually on the workbench, because it was almost a year, I think, from designing to getting. So
Wow. I mean, it takes a long time to get a custom instrument, as I'm sure a lot of people in the chat can tell us. Like, anytime you get a five-string viola or a Hardanger fiddle, Sunny and I are both big fans of Vossen. They're a band from Norway, Sweden. I always
Sweden.
Sweden, and they have
Sweden.
a nickel harpa which has all these keys and a
It's
bow,
so
and
cool.
it's fabulous. I love weird folk and filk instruments. So thank you so much for sharing that song with us, Sunny. Before we get going anymore, I would like to thank our tippers. We've had several tippers
Thank
during that last
you.
section. So thank you to
Nice.
Stephanie Tyson, to Anonymous, to Shauna Universe, and Phil
Yay!
Ferengi, and House of
Thank you, Jerry.
Doors. Yes, thank you
Thank you,
all
thank you, thank you.
so much. Your tips all go directly to the performers today, which helps them when we have independent musicians, helps pay bills, and also helps get Sunny new strings for her ukulele. So thank you so much. And because we've had one from Christian and we've had one from Sunny, I think it's time that we have one from Carrie Ann Farrell from Chicago.
Okay. Let's do this one.
So tell us a little
Should I
bit
tell you
about
about the song now?
Yes, please.
Okay. So I wrote this one recently. It's called Irish Goodbye, and I don't really know it yet. So, I played it twice. This will be time number 3. All right. See what happens. When I'm alone, I still pick up the phone and check up on you. And all of the hundreds of others I used to call friends. So I saw the news and I couldn't refuse you my sympathy. But know that the click of a heart's where it starts and it ends. I've been planning since the day we met. I've been planning since the day we met for an Irish goodbye. An Irish goodbye. When we collided, at first I decided to steal myself. Next time you tried to persuade me, but I stood my ground. Third was the charm, and I lay in your arms for an afternoon. Ever since then, I've pretended that I'm not around. 'Cause I've been planning since the day we met. I've been planning since the day we met for an Irish goodbye. An Irish goodbye. I was clean up deserting the scene, but I proved myself. I said I was through writing songs about you, but I lied. So how would it feel to be halfway to heal and then fall again? Open the doors that I'd slammed and rush back to your side. I've been planning since the day we met. life in place. The day we met forever.
Thank you
So
so
good.
much, Carrie. We've got lots of compliments in the Twitter stream. Thank you so much, Luke and Kathleen Miller and Bob Konevsky, for your tips. We had lots of people in the chat saying how absolutely lovely that is. Do you want to talk a little bit more about Irish Goodbye?
Sure. Well, I wrote this song. I take classes at the Old Town School of Folk Music in Chicago, which is just an amazing, wonderful place. And I took a songwriting class this fall with my friend Jenny Beneman, and this was a song that grew out of one of the assignments she gave us, um, and out of my own, I think, tendency to kind of fade out of people's lives. Another way to put it is an INFJ door slam, where you're just like, well, I'll just stop talking to you. Do, 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 do. And I feel like I do that too much, and I've been trying to get better at that. So I wrote this one and kind of heightened the drama to being about, like, I guess, a bigger relationship than any that I've ever actually Irish goodbye out of. Usually that's friendships that I do.
Irish Goodbye, aka what, the French Leave? What else do they call it?
Ghosting.
Ghosting. Oh, right.
Ghosting.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Have you ever ghosted someone?
I've been ghosted.
I've been ghosted too, and it's weird. I like, who does that? Who does that?
I've been ghosted by employers. That's messed up stuff.
How did that happen?
It's a long story. We'll not put it on the public YouTube.
So, do I work for you? Do I not work for you? 404
Exactly.
website not found.
Eventually, you just give up and you're like, I'm going to find a new job. And usually that job is better. So it's okay.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Man alive. All right. So, thank you so much. We've got people from 3 different cities today. We've got Sunnie is in Seattle, Christian is in Portland, and Carrie is in Chicago. And it's nice to be able to do these concerts together where, even though we're far away, like, it's a good opportunity for us to make music together alone.
Ooh.
Yes. Alone together. I don't know. Both ways. I've heard it both ways, the right way and the wrong way. Feel free to ask questions in the chat box for our performers, and we'll get to them in between songs because these are people that you should know. And remember, in the chat box, you can type !who if you want to know more about our performers today, or !Sunnie, Carrie, or Christian to get specific links to music and writing and things that they make. Sunnie just released her first solo album. Carrie, when did your book come out?
My book came out in October 2018, so it's been a little while, but yeah, I wrote a young adult novel called Forward March, and I believe there's a link in there somewhere that will take you to it.
Yeah, no, it's really, really good. I devoured it in like a sitting and a half. It's super fun. If you've ever been in a high school band, particularly a high school marching band or high school choir. I was never in band, but I was in choir, and I definitely recognized myself in that novel. So it's a lot of fun teenage coming of age story, but in marching band. It's super fun. Carrie, since you were the last one to go, you get to choose a number. So the numbers you can choose from are 1, 2, and 4. Who's up next?
4.
4! That's going to be going back to Sunnie Larsen.
Yay!
What?
What? And thank you to Sean, who just tipped the stream. You are welcome to
Thank
tip.
you.
And if you haven't yet, please subscribe, because there will be more of these, which we'll talk about in a minute. Sunnie, take it away.
I had to tune the uke back up. This is what it's supposed to sound like. This is the one that I play most often when I borrow a uke in a folk circle, usually, because I don't generally travel with my my previous instrument. But this is from one of my favorite childhood movies, Disney's Robin Hood. This is Love Goes On and On, which is the very sweet love song, Marion and Robin. So, make sure I'm in tune here. Hang on. All right. It seems like only yesterday you were just a child at play. Now you're all grown up inside of me. Oh, how fast these moments flee. Once we watched a lazy world go by. Now the days seem to fly. Life is free, but when it's gone, yeah. Love goes on and once we watched the lazy world go by. Now the days seem to fly. Life is free, but when it's gone, love goes on and on.
Yay!
Thank you.
That's great.
That was so sweet.
We
And
played that the first time we met, and I was
I
like,
did.
"We're kindred spirits."
the first time Carrie and I met, we locked Christian in a bathroom and sang Frozen.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
That
Good
video-
times.
That video is
Good
on the
times.
internet of Carrie and I singing Do You Want to Build a Snowman?
Snowman.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
How would they search for that? What would they search for if they were looking for that?
I think it's on my personal YouTube account, Aurora
It is.
Sita.
Aurora Sita.
Aurora Sita. But yeah, you could also search for Carrie, Farrell, Jessica Hebert. Do you want to build a snowman? I think it would come up. Carrie, that was, or Carrie, Sunny, that was lovely. Thank you so much, and thank you for like playing ukulele for us for the first time in a live stream.
It's
How
amazing.
that's so cool. I'm not. I don't think I've ever seen you play
Kind of
other than a violin. So this is really a new area for you, and so cool that you are doing that and putting your music out there.
Thank you.
I don't think we have any questions in the chat box, but I would like to thank Sean and Shelby who tipped during that song. And thank you for supporting these performers today. So, Sunny, you're the last one to play. The numbers we've got left, we've got 1 and 2. 1 or 2. That's what you got. You want number one.
I want number one. I want number one.
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? It's Carrie. We're back to Carrie. Yay! So Carrie, I know that you normally play with, well, you've done some solo work, some duet work, and then you play with an enormous brass band, and you play what?
Trombone.
The trombone. And you aren't playing the trombone for us today because
it would hurt your ears.
Well,
Because
Carrie,
I care.
Carrie, tell us a little bit about the song that you're going to play and give us some lovely tunes.
All right. This one is another, well, I say it's new. It's a year old, almost exactly. And I kind of wanted to write a song from the perspective of a gatekeeper. Like, what is in the minds of people when they're kind of like, you can't be in my community. My community is like for me and my friends. And newbies aren't allowed, or like, you're not cool enough to be in the club. So I think it's probably really like sad and lonely being and scared, like frightening being a gatekeeper. There's probably a lot of fear behind that. And hopefully I got a little of that in the song. It's called Parachute. 200 pairs of eyes, and every eye's on me. Wax people press against the glass so they can see. I adjust my crown, throw a little wave their way. I adjust my gown, give the word, and the band begins to play. I know that song, I know that song, I know that song. That means that I belong. I know that song, I know that song, and I belong. I know that song, I know that song, I know that song, and that means I belong. I know that song, I know that song, and I belong. Under the parachute, keep it spinning around and around. Under the parachute, lift me up on the ground, ground. Under the parachute, keep it spinning around and around. Under the parachute, let me off at the ground, ground. I still the waters, and I tell the sun to shine. I lift up every voice, and every voice is mine. I adjust my crown, blow a little kiss for free. I adjust my gown, and the world is playing just for me. I know that song, I know that song, I know that song, and that means I belong. I know that song, I know that song, and I belong. I know that song, I know that song, I know that song, and that means I belong. I know that song, I know that song, and I belong. Under the parachute, keep it spinning around and around. Under the parachute, lift me up on the ground. that song, I know that song, I know that song, and that means I belong. I know that song, I know that song, and I belong. Under the parachute, keep it spinning around, around. Under the parachute, lift me up at the ground, ground. Under the parachute, keep it spinning around, around. Under the parachute, lift me up at the ground, ground.
Yay! That was lovely.
I
Thank you.
love that. I heard you playing that in you did a weekly live stream, was it
Yes.
last week? And I really like it. Are you planning regular weekly live streams?
I've been doing it every few weeks. I think I'll probably do one maybe next week.
That would be great.
I will tell people about that.
Streaming from your Facebook fan page?
I've been doing it from my personal page, which is just Carrie and I've been making those public, and which is the only thing that I ever make public on my personal Facebook page because I'm a preschool teacher and I like to keep like a little bit of distance.
If you're on Facebook and you look at the AnthSOLOgy event page, there are I've tagged each one of our performers today, so you can click on them and you can find Carrie Ann's page and follow it for the next live show. I'd like to say thank you to Stevani Stevani up in New York, and my stimulus check. My stimulus check has
Finally here.
my stimulus check has a request, and that is that we talk a little bit about Filk Ontario. So next weekend, it's been kind of heartbreaking, and I'm sure a lot of you are in that same boat, especially now today that it's been announced that San Diego Comic-Con has been canceled for this year. I know. And a lot of the cons that we've been looking forward to for a long time have been postponed or canceled. So Christian and I and our bandmate Holly were supposed to play at Filk Ontario next weekend as the Interfilk guests, and I know that's one that you've been to. Sunnie, have you been to Filk Ontario?
Yes, it's a wonderful con.
Yes.
Oh, don't tell me that.
And they would have loved you.
And
They will love you.
I'm really bummed that we can't be there. Hopefully we'll be able to return next year. But in lieu of that, Filk Ontario is the Filk Ontario online portion. And if you look for Filk Ontario on Facebook, you will find the group and the event. And that is next weekend, Friday and Saturday. Friday from noon till 6 Eastern Time, and then Saturday pretty much all day Eastern Time. And the Broadsides will be playing kind of like this. It's going to be next week's AnthSOLOgy is me and Christian and Holly essentially doing solo renditions of our songs for half an hour. Cool. And that'll be at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern next Saturday. Will be the next AnthSOLOgy. See, I'm not even used to saying it yet. Concert that'll be all PDX Broadsides, and then the Saturdays thereafter there will be more AnthSOLOgy concerts. I'm excited to put those events up, but we hope that you will join us weekly on Saturdays for this concert series. People are very excited about it, and I love that. All right, we don't have any questions.
Carrie,
in the chat,
pick a number.
Good. Yeah, Carrie, pick a number. Christian, are you ready to give us a song that will horrify and or titillate?
Neither, I believe. I think is what we're doing here.
I know you. It's probably going to horrify.
Nope.
Really? All right. Well, I'm surprised. Right. Tell us more.
Well, this song. Oops. Sorry. Oh, my cord. This song is called Starship Lullaby, and it's a song sung by a ship to its crew. And that's what I have. Space is always nighttime, and it's tough to go outside and take a walk. Out between the stars, it can be hard to make a friend, but we can talk. Even when there's gravity, I'll never let you down. You are my favorite crew. So just relax and listen as I take my turn behind the wheel and sing to you. Sleep, my darling, sleep. Float beside me as we fly. Everything can wait. We won't run out of sky. Sleep, my darling, sleep, and close your tired eyes. This starship lullaby will keep you company until it's time to rise. Dream about adventure and the things we'll see that no one's seen before. Planets made of fire and frozen stars, they circle round outside that door. But we are in no hurry, we've got time enough for everything we want to do. So cuddle up and say goodnight, and I will do the driving as I sing to you. Oh, sleep, my darling, sleep. Float beside me as we fly. Everything can wait. We won't run out of sky. Sleep, my darling, sleep, and close your tired eyes. The starship lullaby will keep you company until it's time to rise. To settle down, we'll find a planet we can love. You can plant a garden, grow flowers in the colors you dream of. I know this is all just temporary. You'll unplug me when the journey's through. Just come back to the landing pad whenever you are lonely, and I'll sing to you. Oh, sleep, my darling, sleep. Float beside me as we fly. Everything can wait. We won't run out of sky. Sleep, my darling, sleep, and close your tired eyes. The starship lullaby will keep you company until it's time to rise. The starship lullaby will keep you company until it's time to rise. Thank you.
That was so sweet. Tell me a little bit about that weird chord you throw in there right Right as you're going in, I know you love the weird ones.
Yeah, that's it goes from C and then it goes to B, and that is not a chord that is in the key of C. That's the key. That's what it is. Yeah, I'm messing around with chords that are. I can't remember what it's called. Does anybody know what it's called when a chord is not in the key? It's called a
Different
diachronic.
chord.
I don't know. I actually, you know what? I watched the documentary about Harry Nilsson.
Yes.
Earlier last year, and I thought, how does he do that? How does Harry Nilsson make those little just walking along songs that have such interesting chords? And so I spent some time to try to figure out what he does with that, and I realized that it's brilliant. So
I'm so glad you said that because I was thinking Nilsson the whole time you were singing that.
good. That is
Nilsson
exactly what I was
Instinct,
shooting for.
which is a show I would watch.
Yeah, there you go.
It's,
That's the first time that song makes me cry when I play it. So this is the first time that I did not. So awesome.
I think it's
So sweet.
really lovely. When did you write it?
While I was on sabbatical last year, after I got laid off and I had some time off, and I was going to Starbucks, getting up in the morning with my wife when she went to work, and then I would get up in the morning and I would go to Starbucks and stay there until I wrote a song and then come home. And this is one of them.
You wrote a whole lot of songs during that time, as I remember.
Some of them are good. Sports Ball Champs was another one that I wrote at Starbucks.
I remembered Sports Ball Champs, but I don't think I've ever heard you do this one. I think it's really lovely.
Thank you.
I'm gonna do this. Boom. And now we can see everybody again. So we've got just a few minutes left in today's broadcast. Is there anything else that you would like to share with the audience about your music, the songs that you played today, and next shows that might be coming up for you?
Anyone? No, I
I
guess
don't know when my
No.
next show is going to be.
I know. Yeah.
I guess
No,
I'm at
none
the
of us
mercy of
do.
myself now whenever I feel like having a live stream.
That's cool.
It's
I think,
neat
yeah.
to be able to
There's
do
nothing
that.
on my calendar. It's so weird.
When you look at your calendar and someone says like, "Hey, can you do a thing on Saturday?" and you're like, "In this hellscape? Yes, I can.
Yeah.
I'm here now." But I know it's been hard to not be able to say I'm definitely going to go play out on the 23rd or whatever, not having those definite dates. But I hope that with AnthSOLOgy, having something on Saturdays will help you have something to look forward to. And I hope that you all come back and play with us again very soon. So remember, over in the chat box, if you want to know more about where you can find these folks, !who will tell you the commands for Carrie, for Christian, and for Sunnie. And you can find them online making music for everyone. And also you can rewatch this broadcast. So, I mean, it's going to be on YouTube, on the PDX Broadsides YouTube. Thank you to the PDX Broadsides for hosting.
thank you.
AnthSOLOgy. Brought to you by the PDX Broadsides. If you want to sponsor this vidcast, let me know. Let's work out a thing. I have no idea.
We'll do barter. That's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. I really
So, Dr. Jess,
I like cookies.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. How about you?
I have a
Dr. Jess?
question.
Sure.
Well, actually, I have a question about this series.
Okay.
Because I know that next weekend there's not going to be one because you're doing Phil Terry. No.
Yes, we're going to
Do
count
you
it as
have-
episode 2, but,
Episode 2.
yeah.
It's great. Do we have any hints of who will be on the weekend after that?
Well,
Ooh.
he,
Dish, girl.
He is a dumpster diving diva by day, and she is on the rodeo clown circuit at night. They fight crime.
Oh my God! Did you just make that up? Because
I
that's
did.
great.
I did.
Write it
Thank you
down.
so much.
I was going to say I know exactly who that
I
is.
was gonna...
Yeah, actually, one of those is kind of close to the truth. So which one is it?
Rodeo clown.
Yeah, you're gonna have to think about which one of those is closer to the truth. But
It's the and.
Ah.
You'll have to come back to find out
You're
who's
gonna
going to
have
be
to
in the
come
next
back to
one.
find out.
What was the
So-
first one again? Hold on. What was the first one?
Dumpster diving diva.
Dumpster
Oh, it's that
diving.
one. It's that
Yeah.
one.
I don't know, but it is actually really close to one of the performers is close to one of those descriptions. More uncomfortably close than I like to admit. It's not me.
They're
I'm
in the
neither
room.
one of those.
They're right
things.
behind me, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but I think 4 o'clock on Saturdays was a pretty popular time, so I'm hoping that
Good.
will
Pacific time.
I know. 4 o'clock Pacific,
is it?
5 Mountain, 4
6
Arizona,
Central,
6 Central,
8, 7 Eastern, Ocean.
Ocean. Yes.
That's what comes after that.
Yes. Next week, the episode 2 is the PDX Broadsides, but we'll be on at 2 o'clock Pacific, 5 o'clock Eastern for Filk Ontario No. Look up Filk Ontario No on Facebook to find the group and event, along with a whole lot of other performers, some of whom were guests, like the Blibbering Humdingers, and some who are just really fantastic Filkers who are going to offer their renditions of their stay-at-home concerts that they would have performed at Filk Ontario. With that, any last comments from our peanut gallery of performers? You are all so brave. Like, this is an idea that I pitched a week ago and said, hey, do you want to play some solo songs on the internet away from a group? And you all stepped up and did just an absolutely
Twist our
magnificent
arms.
job.
That when Jess asks you to do something, it's usually going to be really fun. So you say yes.
Oh,
It's fair.
that's
Pretty much.
really sweet. I don't know. I like to think that it's fun when, Christian, get in the bathroom. We're gonna lock. It's fine.
All right. Let's see what
It's
happens.
always fun locking Christian up in the bathroom.
I have a track record of getting people into shenanigans. That is fact. But
Shenanigans and malarkey.
super malarkey.
Both. Yeah.
Thank you very much to Robert Dolan and
Robert.
Paul who just tipped.
Thanks,
and
Paul.
we are very grateful for all your tips today that go to support the performers. I'm going to put that tip link in the chat box one more time. And you are always welcome to comment here, and we'll pick up comments. If you have questions for our performers, go over to the PDX Broadsides on Facebook, where you'll find the event, and you are welcome to post questions to our performers today there in the event as well.
yeah.
Thank you so much for being here and trying out this thing that it's new. I have never streamed like this before, and I think that it worked out pretty well. So let's do it again, shall we?
Super fun. Thank you.
Thanks, Jen.
Yay!
That was awesome.
Thank you for sharing your new songs, your things in progress, and being brave and trying new instruments. This was really amazing, and I hope that this is what the series is going to be about. So Christian Lipski, Sunnie Larsen, and Carrie Farrell, thank you all so much. Thank you for joining us on the internet and for your tips and encouragement and love. We will see you back on AnthSOLOgy next week. This channel. Be there. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.